Well, it looks like we might have the screen fixed. I don't know. I'm streaming on my normal computer now instead of my secondary or whatever. I'm going to go into the polishing of this thing. Now, I was asked uh, on the forum about polishing, and the guy said that he sanded with 1,000 and he sanded with 15. It's still dull and what have you. Okay, today, and how fast can you polish? Well, you can polish as fast as you want. It's just a little more difficult. Um, this was sanded with 2,000 grit, and then I use a product called Finesse It on it, and I have a little buffer. It's a Dremel buffer. Back in the day, we used to just rub it by hand, but now we have some tools, so you might as well use the tools. This Finesse It runs about $30 a pint or whatever. It's pretty pricey stuff, but it's well worth it, I think. Now this little Dremel buffer is okay, but the batteries don't last long, so I don't have much clear on this. I just have a couple of airbrush coats, but I'm just trying to get through the gnats with this airplane. I wanted a I wanted a new airplane for the Nationals, but just not going to make it. Now, as I stated in a, oh, looks like I got the ink line there. That's all right. We can always add some more clear on it. As I had stated about the Tucker worked out pretty good. It'll be fine. I don't fly worth a darn. I've had 5 flights this year. Not like we're getting any flights in, but basically we're just going to have fun. I got to deliver gonna deliver some ARFs for the beginners class. I might deliver that Nobler too. I don't know. But the repair is done. It came out as well as could be expected. Remember, it had a hole in the top of the wing here where I dropped the rock through. That was not Charles's fault. That was mine. Well, it really wasn't anybody's fault. It just kind of happened. And I flew it. I finished the season out with it just patched with clear dope on it. But you can't hardly go to the Nats with the airplane looking like a rag. So decided to repair the wing. But to the guy who asked me about polishing, the shine comes from sanding. And you say that you can't get it shiny or whatever. Either you don't have enough clear on it, and you're sanding into dull paint or whatever, or you've got too many scratches in it, so you need to go down in grit. So 2,000, 3,000, 5,000 paper, because it will shine. And I get a shine out of rocks if you're willing to sand. Like right here, I can feel this is dull, and I can, if you listen, you can hear it's rough. Well, that's no good. We'll just take some 2000 grit sandpaper here, put some Windex on there, give her a little rub, and you listen until the sound goes away. That means we're flattening things out. That sounds pretty good. Wipe it off, we'll see that it's flat. When you look at it from the side, it's flat. And what gets it shiny is that dope is plastic. And you want to bring the heat up. So you put the compound on it. You can use, I use finesse. You can use Mother's or Turtle Wax or whatever polishing compounds. It's just that I found that the finesse it has must have petroleum in it or something. It takes less work to bring out the shine. You just pick a spot and rub it right out, and that polished up nicely. And it'll get that piano look, the look of a baby grand when it's polished correctly. It's flat, it's shiny, doesn't look like it has a mound of paint on it. This airplane doesn't have much paint on it as is. I mean, it's only 58 ounces, so can't have much and what and weigh 58 ounces. Can you guys hear me okay? Happy birthday, USA. I'm really surprised that it came out as good as it did. You can't tell that I repaired it. I'm getting better at it in my old age. I mean, it's not perfect, but from 10 foot away, you'll never be able to tell. See, I didn't quite get it all right there, but there's nothing that says you can't come back with the paper and sand it again. You've got to get it completely flat in order to make it shine. It's got to be completely dull. And then it'll shine. Stay off the cap strips as much as you can, because you can sand right through a silk span on the cap strip quick. And then you'll be having another repair and you'll be crying. So when I sprayed this, I taped the fuselage off and just sprayed out this way and let the overspray kind of go wherever. And now I'm blending in the oversprayed areas and it will go away. You won't be able. I mean, it's kind of like when I take the urethane and spray the nose. I blend that in, and you can't tell. This is all urethane on the nose here, but you can't tell because it's blended in. And you can't use blending agent on this, so you got to use elbow grease to blend it. The numbers are Duplicolor. The YouTube decal is Duplicolor. Of course, the orange is the dope, but because I couldn't find any Duplicolor that exact same color. And believe it or not, that little airbrush compressor and my Grex airbrush worked perfectly, perfectly for getting the paint down. Of course, you got to go over it a few times, but when you're, kind of stuck, it's an option. I wouldn't suggest painting a whole airplane like that, but in a pinch, I got by. So the thing is, take this out and fly it tomorrow and see if I can remember how to fly. I don't have a whole lot of time till the Nationals. As John said, hopefully muscle memory and comfortability I'll remember how to do it, because we haven't been flying here. It's either been too windy, too rainy, too hot, too something or other. Park's closed. So today was the first time I got out all year. And I was pretty happy my little Tucker flew good. So what do you think? Did the repair turn out all right? It it looks just as good in person as it does on the screen. I can tell you that. So it's not like I'm hiding anything. What I'm doing here is I'm buffing off any of the overspray that I had, which wasn't much because it was done with an airbrush. You want to heat the dope up to bring the shine out on it. Let's try some stuff on it here. Yeah. I don't have much of this left. Okay. I love the smell of this stuff. It's got carnauba in it. This is Turtle Wax Express Shine. Shit, the outboard wing looks better than the inboard wing. Have to do the inboard now. Yep. So now, because the outboard wing looks better, I have to do the inboard. And then I'll turn it over and do the bottom. I won't do that today, but we'll get this done. I'm going to fly it tomorrow, so. Yeah, there's too much shit in here. Not enough room. Okay. Let's see here. We want to hit it with this. Finesse it. I'm out of this stuff. Like I say, it's $26 a pint, so not like something you buy a lot of. Body Shop by the gallon, but hell, I couldn't afford $100 for a gallon of rubbing compound. But the repair came out good. I'm real satisfied with it. Now, this airplane's been repaired twice on the outboard wing. It had a big hole right here, big hole right in the leading edge, where my buddy Jerry Hop put his thumb through the leading edge in high winds in Huntersville. And I was told, well, you can repair it with a big glob of epoxy and some carbon. I said, no, I'll take it home. I took it home. John gave me a hand repairing it. We did a good repair job on the leading edge, and then turned around and I'm picking up some black here somewhere. Then turned around and a year later put a rock through the tissue at the nets. Cause this is the airplane I let Charles borrow, and like I say, he didn't do it, I did it, or it just happened. That rock picked up in my plane carrier, and when I put the plane carrier back in the car, it just dropped off and went right through the wing. They're in the parking lot of the Nats. But this airplane flies so good, it's so dependable, that this has to be the airplane I'm going to fly. I have the high roller that I flew last year, that should something happen I could fly, but it just doesn't Doesn't fly as well as this airplane does. Okay, so there we got both sides done. I don't know where I'm picking up that black from. Damn. I'm sure I'll figure it out eventually. Okay, she's ready. Ready for the match. At least ready to fly tomorrow. Hasn't been running a year since the last match. But needle shouldn't change, should fire right up and run exactly the same. Got a little orange peel here. I wonder if I should sand that out or not. We got no chatters. Ask me a question, I'll tell you an answer. I even doctored up the stab on this. This airplane's got some, it's got some problems, but finish problems, because it's old. This is its third season. If you look right here on the flap, you can see that I built it in 2016 and flew it at the 2017 Nats. So this is the third season on this airplane. My, how time flies. Anyway, that's about all I got. I wanted to see if I could get a decent movie up today. A video. Do a half hour or whatever. Gee, camera's kind of screwy. There we go. The little Tucker flew good. I stuffed up the bottom of my wheel pant, which is, I'm going to have to think of something to do with that. Touch it up or whatever. She flies good. I'm hoping that I'm going to have enough fuel, because 4 minutes or 4 ounces cuts it kind of tight. Of course, I was running 10% today. Could choke it back to 5%, and put a little Coleman fuel in it or something, if need be, if I need a little bit more time. Lighter fluid, alcohol, whatever. The big Tucker, the big Tucker's all in white. It's ready for its paint masks. There's just not enough time in a day. So I'll get to that eventually. I was thinking about bringing you guys along for that ordeal, show you how my mind works on laying the paint scheme out. I've been kicking the paint scheme over now for about a year. Things have changed because it's picking up weight, and that's where it kind of all hinges on for me. I probably should have painted it red right off instead of base coat white, but I don't know. Well, it's still probably going to get what it gets, and it'll weigh what it weighs as long as it don't weigh more than 64 ounces. Because we ain't going for them 18 thousandths wires. Any questions before I sign off? We got about 4 minutes for a half-hour video. So if you got any questions, like me to cover something, go ahead and type them in the chat box and I'll answer them for you best I can. But I'm real happy with the way this turned out. Cannot complain. This thing's nice. It's light. It's really nice. Oh, come on, get on there. So, like, subscribe, share. Please consider becoming a member. I got to do something for the members. That's right. This is I'll see if I can't get a members only video up today or this weekend, because I promised I would do that. I don't know what I got around here. I got quite a bit of stuff. It's just a matter of getting to it and getting it posted for the members. Like, subscribe, share. Please consider becoming a member. We're up to about 2,500 members now, or 2,500 subscribers. We don't have 2,500 members of the channel. Let's see. The flying went fine today, Tom. I've stated that already. Got about 5 flights in on the Tucker. First flight took off, was too fast. Second flight, slowed it down, did 90% of the pattern. I didn't do a reverse wing over. I just, the loops and the squares and the hourglasses and the eights and all that. Third flight, let's see, the third flight I couldn't get the needle to go right, but I got the handle adjusted right so that level was where it was supposed to be. Put some more down in it, shortened up the I don't know, yeah, shortened up the down line, and come down and took the spray bar out, cleaned out the spray bar, and on the fifth flight let her go at 9,300 RPM and got a 545 lap speed, and it was responding pretty well. As far as John's Nobler, his first flight he was too slow, and the second flight was too fast, and handle adjusted, same thing. Yeah, it my stupid phone wouldn't rotate. I got it fixed now, so I can stream again. They're doing something. They're they're trying to censor everybody, so they're doing something with their algorithms or video. I mean, half the time I can't get connected or whatever. They're putting all these programs on these phones that I don't want. I wish they'd quit monkeying around. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But see, the thing is, those guys get paid by what they do. If they don't do anything, if it's not broke, they got to do something. If they don't do anything, they don't need them. So they make up things to do. That's why you're a beta tester for Windows or whatever. They release the code. Code writer writes the code. He releases the code. The bug fix. There's all kind of bugs in it. Well, you're the tester. I don't work for them. I shouldn't have to test that. That's why Stunhanger works so well. I found the code, manipulated the code. I don't mess with it. It doesn't need to be any better. It just needs to do what it does. So I'm not continually trying to fix it to make it better. It already works. So why should I play with it? That's why Leonard's site used to break all the time, because they used to be fixing it for some stupid reason. So Stunhanger works because I'm a mechanic and I'm not fixing anything that ain't broken. I wish they'd quit monkeying with my stuff. We had a problem last week with an invalid security certificate. I hit that button and it came up invalid SSL. What the heck? I've been on that SSL for 13 years. Why isn't it any good now? Well, they upgraded their software or whatever. So I had to hurry up and fix it before you guys knew what happened. So I get tired of that. So that's what's been going on. I got the repair done. Looks perfect. I mean, it looks good. Can hardly tell. And we're ready for the net. So tomorrow, now that I got the phone fixed, maybe I can do a video out at the field. We'll get a video of us practicing tomorrow. So stay tuned. I guess Rusty's on tonight. He'll be on a couple hours. And like I say, if you can support the channel, please consider joining. It's $4.95 a month. And that helps keep us going. Like and subscribe. Most importantly, share it on this channel on your social media, because we are growing pretty well. I think we're up about 10% a month as far as new members go. And if you want to keep Control Line alive, you got to spread the news. So, and this is a tough job, thankless job with no money. So, hey, also on Stunhanger, you'll notice that I have the summer drive going. If you can, please donate, because I got to come up with $800 next month for the server fees. That happens a couple times a year, and August is always bad, and I got to do it every year, and I come out of pocket if we don't have it. So, I mean, that's a big chunk. So, till I see you again, Rusty tonight, 9 o'clock, 9:30, whatever time he gets his act together. Till I see you then, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.